Are 90% of Indian police corrupt? Many citizens feel afraid to enter police stations because sometimes police officers mistreat them without reason. If an officer is caught talking bribes, he might get suspended, but after a few months, he usually is transferred somewhere else and continues doing the same thing. I'm not saying this, the Indian people themselves are saying it. Please understand, this video is not meant to insult Indian police officers. I understand it is hard for them to live on low salaries. But now that India is the 4th largest economy, the police department needs improvement, just like in other countries. Let's compare the Indian police to police in 2 other countries to see the differences clearly. Let's look at Germany, the 3rd largest economy, and Japan, the 5th largest economy. How can you file a police complaint? Germany. You can report online, call them, or visit any police station. After you complain, an independent body reviews your case. Japan. You can submit your written complaint to the Prefectural Public Safety Commission or simply call 110 for emergencies. India. The first problem you'll face is that often the police won't even register your complaint. This is a well-known fact. If you live in India, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Usually police officers try their best to avoid writing complaints. If you have money or contacts, one phone call can get your complaint filed quickly. But if you're poor, sadly, it can be very difficult or impossible to register your complaint. Imagine you're enjoying a family vacation in Manali or Varanasi, and suddenly someone steals your purse. What would you do? If we're honest, most Indians won't even go to the police. Why? Because they know there are usually 2 outcomes. If the police find the purse, the officer might take some money out for himself. If they don't find the purse, they might still get some money from the thief. I know this might be difficult to hear, but sadly, it's often the reality in India. Now in Japan, May 2023, Ariel Winton Jones, a tourist from Boston, lost her family's valuable ring near Tokyo Station. She reported the loss to Tokyo's Lost and Found Center. Amazingly, within just 48 hours, the ring was found and safely returned to her. In Germany, January of 2024, in Hamburg, someone stole a delivery rider's cargo bike from outside a cafe. Thanks to a GPS tracker and quick teamwork between the police and the tracker support team, the stolen bike was located and returned to its owner within just 3 hours. In India, one of my friends had his bike stolen from his office complex. He had some contacts, so after making a few calls, the police agreed to file a complaint. He had never visited a police station before. While sitting there answering questions from the police, he felt as if he himself had committed a crime. Still, he hoped the police would help him find his bike. He waited for about a month, but received no updates. Whenever he called the station, the police would tell him, "Stop calling repeatedly." They'd say, "If we find your bike, we'll let you know." The police didn't even bother to check the security camera footage from his office complex. After waiting 3 to 4 months with no news, he finally had to claim insurance and got some money back. I'm not saying every stolen item has to be found, but the police should at least make an effort. When they genuinely want to help, police officers can achieve anything. Have you ever heard about an MLA's or police officer's bike or car getting stolen? Probably not. Even if it does happen, it's usually found within a week. That's the power police have when they choose to use it. If you register a complaint in India, you never really know if someone is actually working on it or not. There's no easy way to track your complaint's progress. If any software developers are watching this video, here's an idea. Let's create an app called My Police, where any citizen, especially the poor, can file complaints directly online. Even villages have smartphones now, so people won't need to plead in front of a local police officer anymore. Here's how My Police could work. Online complaints. Citizens can register complaints online through the app easily. Tracking system. Each complaint gets a clear deadline, like 1 month or 6 months. The assigned officer must update the status weekly, explaining what they've done so far. Ratings and reviews. After the case ends, citizens can rate the officer's performance, attitude, and communication. These ratings will affect the officer's promotions, ensuring officers treat people with respect like customers. Also, if any police officer is caught clearly taking bribes, like in videos we've seen, dismiss them permanently, not just suspend them temporarily. We've seen police officers drinking alcohol inside the police station. There are videos. We've also seen cases where people lose their lives after being severely beaten by officers. But sadly, there's often no proof to take action. To solve this, let's install 24/7 cameras inside all police stations, powered by generators. This way, even if the electricity goes out, the cameras will keep running. If any camera stops recording, the police inspector PI in charge should immediately be suspended. This will create transparency and make police officers accountable, and every citizen can clearly see how their police are working. What happens if you break traffic rules? In Germany, they have a simple point system. Each offense adds 1 to 3 points. Too many points will lead to warnings, compulsory special courses, or even losing your license. In Japan, they use a colored ticket system: white, blue, red. Red tickets are serious violations and can immediately suspend your license. In India, things are a bit different. An officer will wave his hand, signaling you to stop. He'll then check all your documents. If you're traveling with a friend, he might even start asking questions like, who is she? What is your relationship? Even if by chance all your documents are correct, he'll often still find something wrong or claim you've broken some rule. At this point, you usually have 3 choices. Call someone influential who can get you out of trouble. Pay the official fine around 2,000 rupees, or quietly pay 500 rupees directly to the officer as a bribe and leave quickly. Sadly, most people choose the third option, handing over 500 rupees to the officer. The officer keeps his share and then distributes the remaining money among his senior officers. In Germany, there is 1 police officer for every 287 citizens. In Japan, there's 1 officer for every 392 citizens. In India, guess how many citizens per officer? 655 citizens. I understand it's hard for Indian police officers to handle every case, but the bigger problem is that many of them aren't even trying to handle the ones they can. Now let's look at police salaries. Germany, around 5 lakh per month. Japan, around 3.5 lakh per month. India, just around 40,000 rupees per month. Clearly, the salary in India is very low, making it difficult for police officers to meet their daily expenses. But having a low salary does not justify taking bribes. Think of it this way. If the same officer worked at a private company in India, he'd earn a similar salary. Would he take bribes there? No, right? Then why should bribery be acceptable in a police job? As India grows economically, police salaries definitely need to increase, but accepting bribes should never be an option. Police are abusing their power in this situation. In 2024, around 4,300 wealthy Indians, millionaires, moved abroad, leaving India behind. These individuals were paying millions in taxes to the Indian government. But what do they get in return? Damaged roads, heavy traffic everywhere, dirty and polluted streets, corrupt police officers and politicians. It's no wonder many high earners decide to move to other countries for better quality of life and fair treatment. A few days ago, the United States released a travel advisory for its citizens. Do not travel alone in India, especially if you are a woman. Violent crimes, including sexual assault, happen at tourist spots. This kind of warning can seriously hurt India's tourism. Let's look at tourist numbers. 2022, 6.44 million foreign tourists visited India. 2023, 9.52 million visited. 2024, 7.68 million tourists visited. 2025, the government expects around 10 million tourists. Sounds like a lot, right? Actually, it's not as big as it seems. Turkey saw 52.6 million tourists in 2024. Thailand expects about 39 million visitors by the end of 2025. When tourists visit a country, they spend money not only on flights and hotels, but also at local food stalls, rides, and cultural markets. This boosts the local economy massively. We've all seen on social media how some Indian sellers aggressively target foreigners, how auto drivers sometimes cheat tourists, and how some people stare or behave badly towards foreign women. I'm not trying to show only the negative side of India. India has amazing culture, historic temples, and peaceful places we all wish we could visit and explore. India has a huge opportunity to improve and become better over the next 20 years. But for this, the corrupt system needs to be fixed. In this video, I've just presented facts and the reality from different sides. I never intended to disrespect anyone or any side. My only hope is that every person can live happily and peacefully in their own country. If you agree, share your thoughts in the comments below.